Hi, today we're going to talk to you about interdisciplinary learning. At its core, interdisciplinary learning is about combining methods and objectives from distinct disciplines. When we look at Indigenous perspectives, we can see interdisciplinary learning as a process of participation and making connections through an act of living. As we follow out throughout the 4 moments, let's see how our bumblebee's journey is impacted.
In standardized education, subject matter was separated into the common core curriculum, resulting in the disciplines we still see in schools today. This created a rigid structure with the goal of controlling outcomes in teacher-proofing curriculum. Interdisciplinary learning was largely lost in standardized education due to the focus on linear cause and effect learning within each specific discipline. In its ecosystem, our bumblebee, interdisciplinary learning, does not have a purpose to move between and pollinate the different flowers, the core courses, as they're separate and meant to be so.
As we move into authentic education, we see a shift from the rigid structures that serve the normal learner to a system that values the unique history of individual learners. Here, teachers are encouraged to nurture individual potentials through student-centered approaches like inquiry-based learning that are interdisciplinary in nature, as they often require combining methods, ideas, and knowledge from separate disciplines to solve problems. More engaged in their learning, students begin to develop a deeper understanding as opposed to a surface-level understanding. So in this moment, the bumblebee can now be seen as working to pollinate flowers, the disciplines, connecting the disciplines as they add value to education.
Democratic citizenship education introduces the notion that a group of individuals is more intelligent than even the most intelligent person in the group. This idea is incredibly powerful as it demonstrates the beauty of diversity and how working together allows for ideas to flourish in a way they cannot on their own. The bumblebee is still pollinating various flowers. However, now our ecosystem has expanded beyond the bumblebee and its flowers. There's other organisms that the bee interacts with, and more worker bees that help one another in a way similar to how learners work together.
Interdisciplinary learning finds a home within systemic sustainability education, as it is part of a complex system. As the bumblebee moves throughout the forest, the fields, and our community gardens, it pollinates plants and adds to a system that is greater than itself. In education, interdisciplinary learning creates space for learners to combine disciplinary knowledge and perspectives, encouraging growth and at times sustaining passions. Interdisciplinary learning extends to the consciousness of students, creating a web of interaction similar to that of an ecosystem. Each person fills a unique niche, adding to a world that is greater than they could imagine on their own.
Interdisciplinary learning is valuable in education because the world and life itself is interdisciplinary. We do not engage in disciplines in isolation in the world. Instead, disciplines are woven together into a complex system. Interdisciplinary learning prepares students to interact in a world that is not defined by disciplinary learning boundaries.
As you think about teaching through an interdisciplinary perspective in your classroom, we encourage you to consider these questions. And as you do so, here are some references and resources to further engage. Thank you.